Hi, this is for the water signs, the last but certainly not least group of signs that I am going to channel for August 2024. This is just how August is going to kick off for you. Maybe little items of information and tools you can utilize as you move into this energy. I do have an extended for each sign for members of this channel, and I just posted my specials for this week, which include a personalized 2024 reading if you want to get that. It's a video recorded reading. Everything will be time-stamped, and it's a general reading, so just take what floats your boat. Whatever doesn't float your boat, dump it over the side, someone else will pick it up. Okay. So we have, to start off, we have Cancer. So what do we have for Cancer for August? Oh, it's interesting that I was using this deck. Okay, so Apache Tears, that obviously had to come out. That is not the deck I'm using. This actually is part of the extended, but you apparently needed this message because I didn't even register that I was pulling from the wrong deck. Letting go of grief, recovering from the past, releasing pain so old wounds heal. There might be something that you're healing right now, recovering from, and it's important to know that August is going to be an important month for you to do that, okay? This is the decks. I can see how I kind of got them confused. They're similar color swatches. Okay. So Cancer, what do we got for the overall? I didn't even register until the card flipped up that I had the wrong deck. Anyways, okay. So we do have loss, okay? It looks like your ship has sailed, whatever that looks like, but I promise you, listen, loss is not what we think it is. Loss is not what we've been told it is. Maybe there was something that you were attached to. Yeah, maybe there was something in your life that you felt you had to mask to be something else in order to be a part of it, okay? Maybe there was something that just wasn't actually serving you, even though you may have really wanted it. So I think the universe may have stepped in some kind of divine intervention and said, no, this isn't for you. You're going to let this ship go. You're going to let it sail through the night somewhere else because we've got a better ship for you. So I feel like there's definitely, it might feel like loss, but August might be the month where you lean in and say, okay, you know, maybe it wasn't a loss. Maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. I couldn't be myself while I was doing it, or I couldn't be myself when I was involved with it, or I felt like I had to be someone else in order to have it. There's something there that's going to break open for you and help you understand your loss. So it's interesting that we had the Apache Tear that randomly came out for you, but it has a lot to do with how you're going to deal with perhaps things not working out the way that you hoped, right? You're going to be able to utilize your grief in a really beautiful way. So what are you being guided to surrender? Okay. Surrender to effortlessness. Okay. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. If you're trying to force the river, maybe you're in the wrong waterway. Maybe you're trying to get onto a riverboat when you should really be on a yacht, right? Maybe it's a yacht that you don't have to force to happen. Maybe it's something that's meant to happen. I think this is really, as hard as it is to hear some of these things, Cancer, I think it's going to work out in your benefit, okay? I think it's going to work out beautifully for you. But surrender to not worrying about, you don't have to force anything to happen. If anything, maybe this lesson is about forcing. Maybe something had to be removed from you so you can see how much you're trying to make it happen when you don't need to make anything happen. Believing in yourself, owning your own energy, that's a really beautiful place to be. Okay, so your spirit animal. Okay, so we have the bat, okay? I kind of love bats. You ever see those bat videos where they're eating a banana? They're so cute. Like a rescue bat place or something. Okay, we've got air. Makes sense because it flies, right? Okay. Bat. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. I cannot make this up for you. Something massive is closing out because you're on the precipice of a new beginning, and you might just have to let yourself feel the death of something, feel the closure of something. Okay, so when you're in balance, you accept, you adapt, and you adjust. But when you're out of balance, you refuse to let go or reminisce. You keep reminiscing about what could have been, hanging on to the what ifs. Maybe it's kind of like the bargaining stage of grief. So if you're refusing to let go of something that maybe wasn't good for you in the first place, even though it seemed that way, you might need to recognize, you know what, I'm out of balance. I kind of need to find a way to be in the present moment, take a step back, zoom out, look at the big picture, sense how I really felt about things, and then move into acceptance, because there's something so much better coming for you, whatever this is, okay? So what keeper of the light can you call on? Okay. Green Tara. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Something big is being removed from your life, and it's going to serve you in such a beautiful way. I feel it. This feels really good, Candice. Even though loss doesn't feel good, there is something just on the other side of that hill for you. If you can recognize that this was God's protection, whatever that looks like, Okay, so what number do we have for you? What's your number? Oh, we got 2. Okay, we got 8. All right. So this is a sign to reclaim your personal power. Whatever situation you were in, even though maybe you felt like it empowered you because maybe that's what the social structure expected. And then we have 5. You may be longing for some much needed freedom or change. I'm not going to put this quite on the board because it won't fit. But change and empowerment, even though it might feel like loss and disempowerment. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've listened this far, I'm sending y'all lots of love. And now let's get on to Scorpio. Scorpio, what do we have for you for this kickoff of August? And there is an extended for each sign. Oh, we've got an increase of something. Okay. What are we increasing at this time? These, I always think they're going to fit, and then I got to move them. It just is what it is. Okay, there's an increase of letting go of maybe certain people that have been kindreds on your path, certain people that maybe you just don't align with, but you've been hanging on to them because you've had them in your life for a long. There's something shifting here, but I don't necessarily, it almost, this is going to sound so funny, but maybe a little bit like Scorpio. It almost feels like you're just like, you're so tired of them. And maybe that's a sign that you just don't need to give your energy or pay much attention to them anymore, or just kind of increase your awareness around who it is you're meant to let go of at this time, or even because sometimes the whole this again, it's sort of like, do I have to deal with this? Maybe it's just letting go of thinking you have to deal with it. I don't know. All right, what can you surrender? What can you surrender? Oh yeah, surrender your fear of change. We all have that, and change is really hard when there's not, like, you can't see the net you're about to jump in. There's no, like, where's the safety net, right? You can't see that. It's a little bit harder. You kind of have to let go and let God, if you will. If you don't believe in God, let go and let universe, although it doesn't have the same ring to it. On the bottom of this, we have surrender to passion, which stood out to me because in here, they're telling you to recognize what maybe you're not meant to engage in or put your energy into because it feels like blah, right? But if it feels good, you're going to be more likely to allow change to happen because it excites you. It's something that feels good. It's not something you're going to lose. It's not something you're lacking. It's something you're gaining. So if you want to give the perspective, come from that perspective, that might be super helpful. All right. What is your spirit animal at this time? Okay. What is your spirit animal? And I am doing personal readings. That's the special this week for August. The link's in the description box. All right. We have the peacock. We have the I am presence. Maybe it's even just paying a little bit more attention to yourself. And this isn't about like staying in your lane. This is just about, you know what? I want to be excited about me. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. So when you're in balance, you're going to feel confident and kind, right? When you're in balance, you're not worried about the drama that other people are dealing. You know what you're going to deal with and what you're not. when out of balance, you can't digest certain situations. So this month, okay, if you have indigestion, heartburn, if you have acid reflux, there might be people in your life that you just can't stomach, or there might be thoughts you're having and feelings you're having about people that you just can't stomach. So I think it's more about letting yourself step back, focus on you, and see if that helps you feel better tummy-wise. There's something about the tummy with that. Okay, so what keeper of the light can you call in to assist you at this time? Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. Is that not more Scorpio? I know that she has Aries vibes because she has that, but she was not willing to relinquish her truth, which is so Scorpio. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Oh, I love that, okay? So you can call on Joan of Arc when you need to step into the truth of what you need for you. I don't think this is about you dealing with anyone's drama. I think it's about you releasing any responsibility to deal with anyone's drama. So I think that's really powerful. Okay, what is your number? Okay, we have 29. We have an intuitive number here. I love it. This is two people moving through the process of forgiveness and letting go together, allowing their intuition and connection to source to be a guiding force in their relationship from here on out. So it's not necessarily about closing things out. It's just about closing out the way things used to be. And I think that's a power move, by the way. So thank you so much if you've watched this far. Take care, and the extended's in the description box below. Let's take a look at, let's put this here. Let's take a look at Pisces. Last but certainly not least are Pisceans. Okay, what do we have for the kickoff of August for you? Hopefully I can fit these. Okay, we do have a bit of conflict, okay? I don't think conflict is necessarily a bad thing, and I'm sorry, we might lose some wordage here, so bear with me. I only have so much room for some reason, okay? Yeah, there might be some conflict because you might need to get a little bit badass in order to find your peace, okay? Just let yourself do what you got to do for you. Let the conflict show you what you need. Allow conflict in order to find your peace. Sometimes we got to do that. Sometimes we got to step into our boundaries. We got to say what we got to say. We got to do what we got to do. Sometimes the conflict is inner conflict. Sometimes it's an emotional letting yourself feel in order to get back to peace. Like whatever this looks like, I don't think it's necessarily that there's all this drama in your life. I don't feel that. But I think it's just maybe even reframing your relationship with conflict and whether that's really a bad thing or not, right? Kind of a boss move, if you ask me, okay? So surrender, what can you surrender? What can you surrender? There is also going to be an extended for each of the signs for my members. The link's in the description box below. Surrender your attachment to results. What do you feel results show? Do results truly determine your value? Do they determine your effort? Especially if results involve elements outside your control. There is something about you even if you're conflicted about it, letting the conflicted feeling show you what is not good for you anymore. Don't play in that sandbox, right? It's not for you. There's something here about letting go of the outcomes of things as if that outcome determines anything, really. Like we're so shifting out of outcomes, because outcomes, they tell such a little part of the story, right? Like they tell such a small part of the journey that you can't really equate it or negate it with a specific outcome. It's too complicated for that. All right, what is your spirit animal for this month? Okay. Oh, I love this. We've got the turtle. We've got the little slow going about his life turtle swimming in his stream. Okay, not worrying about anything but himself and whatever he's hanging out doing. Okay, let me see. I gotta find turtle. I think it's one of the first ones, but I could be wrong. Fish, octopus, beaver. There we go. Ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. Is there anything more Pisces to you? Honestly, Not to me. When in balance, peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, slows down to a halt. So if you find yourself slowing down to a halt, hesitating, worrying about things, there's a good chance you're worrying too much about an outcome, or you're conflicted about something. It's just for you to recognize that. And here's the funny thing, okay? Normally, like if you were a more structured sign, I would say I think you kind of just need to let yourself have an adventure, kind of let yourself play, because the conclusions you're going to come to are not going to come in the standard structured format. They're going to come in a different, more intrinsic, maybe enriching way. So let yourself have a little bit of an adventure and then come back to whatever it is that's stalling you, whatever that looks like. Okay. The Keeper of the Light. What Keeper of the Light can you call on this month? Okay. Oh, I love this. Sanat Kumura. I might have said that wrong. Light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. It's you with you, right? It's you with you. You get to play in this energy. Whoopsies. Okay, you're in the process of a light activation. So this particular Keeper of Light is going to help remind you of that. It's going to help you tune in to that inner guidance, that inner compass that you have, that has been navigating the world in a way that maybe doesn't allow you to feel like you're successful in your outcomes. There's something with it. And I don't mean like, oh, you learn this hard lesson, sort of like our parents teach us, like, you don't appreciate it now, but you'll appreciate it later. It's kind of like, it's not like you don't know what's going on. There's just something that's trying to shift within you, and you kind of just have to let it unfold so it can show you, kind of a deal. Okay, so what number is your number this month? Oh, okay. Oh, I love this. We've got 111. 111. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly at this moment. Give up all your fears and worries to the universe so that you can bring in what is aligned with your highest and greatest good. You cannot mess this up, Pisces. I don't do fear mongering. Don't worry about thinking something into existence. I think it's more about sensing and feeling and learning how to navigate the world in just a very different way than you have. But I think you're ready for it. So I hope that this has helped, and I'm sending you all so much love, and take care.